Okay guys, so we're going to actually have an unboxing. I haven't even opened this yet, so we're gonna go through this journey together. So the BLO AIR-GT, as of October 2021, round about £230. They do a smaller version, the RS, which was about £150. It's lower power. This is sort of the upgraded version. So this one has got a dual inline motor, okay, kicking out around about 8 horsepower. I believe the RS model is just over 5. This kicks out 64 cubic feet meters of air output at maximum. The RS is about 20 less. This one's got an 8 meter hose. The RS has got 5. Okay, so this is just a bigger version of the RS. Hence, we went for this one because it gives those extra bits. I like the idea of that 8 meter hose. Hopefully, when you position it correctly, you're not going to be moving it around, albeit on wheels. Okay, so let's have a look. So, welcome. Always nice. Always nice to be friendly. Doesn't cost anything. Okay, so what have we got in here? Like I say, literally this first time I've opened it. So, polystyrene. So a couple of nozzles. So that's the sort of the wider one. Nice soft rubber. Not sure if it's sort of a neoprene or a very soft rubbery end. So if you do accidentally tap it against your vehicle, it's not going to damage it. Okay, nice chunky strong plastic. Another nozzle there. See that coming into its own, sort of doing alloy wheels, smaller areas, engine base. Once again, the end is rubberized. This is the main reason why I bought this one. This extends 8 meters. Right, looks small at the moment, but with the air pressure, it extends out. Like I said, the RS model, I believe, is only 5 meters, and you are going to be moving that around your vehicle. So 8 meters. Hopefully, if you position it correctly, you won't have to move the actual unit itself, unless you've got a huge vehicle. Good chunky connectors as well. Power lead, 5 meters, good length. And the actual module itself, first time it's come out its box. Quite heavy, all right, but like I say, you're not going to be hopefully moving it around too much. 4 casters with lockers on, so if you are using this slight incline, you can lock them off and it's not going to run away. Good strong construction, like I said, 5 meter power hose, good strong connector there, on-off switch, and a sort of minimum to maximum. So although its maximum output, I believe, is 64,000 cubic feet meters, which is quite high. If you look at other ones on the market, it's up there with the largest output. You sort of tailor it to however you want. All right, so seen a couple of people using this, and they're telling me they don't sort of use it past sort of 60-70%. Okay, so you tailor it to what you're doing and how you like it. Now, in terms, I thought it might have a heat switch, but I believe the heater element, okay, or the filter element, is automatic. So this will filter the air and heat it up, or increase the heat of the outputted air by 30 degrees above ambient temperature. So if you're operating this at 20, it'll heat it up to 50. The fact it's filtered as well is good. The fact that it's slightly warm is going to help evaporate the little spots of tiny little beads, okay, which is going to facilitate the drying process as well, and clearly you're going to be pushing that air off. So in terms of the comparison, because we're going to look at how long it takes to dry a vehicle using this and a traditional sort of detailing spray and towel, it's clear that this is the safest option. This is a contactless drying system. You are literally blowing water over a clean car, all right, so it is the safest option. We're going to look into that debate a bit later. Okay, so variable output, on-off switch, on casters, good length of hose. I think there's something else in there actually, just looking on the side of the box. Like I said, it's first time. Instructions with looks like a spare seal, which is good. Oh, there you go. So that's quite nice. It's like a foam handle. So once you put your nozzle on, okay, it's nice and soft. It's nice to grip. That is really, it's very ergonomically designed. Your hand's not going to slip. You don't want this slipping when you're close to vehicles. You don't want this slipping out. That is a nice feature on that, which is what I like. So let's say quite heavy. Got a filter. I believe that's washable as well. Okay, so keep an eye on that. That's nice and easy to change, which is good. And that is it, a nice chunky item. So we're gonna have a play with this. Okay, I'm gonna play some music. We're gonna sort of get a feel to it. Like I said, this is brand new, haven't even used it. So we'll have a look at engine bays, door trims, seals around the lights, wing mirrors. There's normal places that you find once you've towel dried it, you go back 10 minutes later and it's dripping out, dripping out, dripping out. So they're the sort of areas. We're gonna, like I say, dry the car normally with a drying towel and some detailing spray, dry it, look at a time comparison, and then just have a bit of a discussion at the end as to whether I plan to use this from now on, or is there only sort of more bespoke times that I see the worth of this. Okay, so let's go have a play. Okay, so before we dry the car, we have got to wash the car. So Ford Cougar hasn't been washed in about a month. Lots of nice dirt, and the alloy wheels are absolutely minging. Okay, so I'm going to use our safe wash process that we always use. However, this video review is about an air blower, not washing. Just for information, because lots of people ask what sort of kit we're using. So I have a quick spin round in no particular order. Alien Magic's bucket system, Clay Cloth Company's quick release trigger with their extension bar, lots of wheel accessories from Slim's Detailing. So we've got the wheel arch brush, we've got a Duca pad in there for the surface alloy wheels, super soft, lots of wheel wellies and detailing sort of brushes in there for the wheels. Other stuff we're going to be using, as our sort of citrus pre-wash. And we're going to be using Surfix HD at 10:1. We're then going to cocoon it in Built Amber's Snow Foam. Snow Foam Cannon is by Alien Magic. Shampoo we're going to be using is Decon by Garage Therapy. And on the alloy wheels is sort of a fallout. We're going to be using Built Amber Auto Wheels. So that's sort of a range of stuff we're going to be using. So I'm going to set this to fast mode. We're going to wash the car, okay, and then get on to some drying stuff. Okay folks, we've had a good play with the blow dryer. We're now going to do a timing comparison. Time is a variable that we're all constantly going on about. Okay, is it more time efficient to use a blower in relation to use a detailing spray and a drying towel? So I'm using a Clay Cloth Company's Big Orange and Flawless Car Care's Creed Quick Detailer. All right, we're going to start the stopwatch. Okay, see how long it takes to dry it using the conventional method. Then we're going to wet the car again, dry it with the blow dryer, and look at a time comparison to give you an idea whether, in terms of efficiency and time, it's better to use a blower or stick to traditional detailing spray and drying towel. So let's play some music and crack on. Okay, Groosters, that is 6:33 to do it using a detailing spray and a drying towel. I'm now going to wet the car again, and then we're going to dry it and time it, see how long it takes using the blow dryer. So let's crack on. Okay guys, so we've done the timing check. Okay, we're going to discuss all this at the wrap up at the end. The last sort of check I'm going to sort of do is, I anticipate some of you will be using this on cars that are ceramic coated or a hydrophobic sealant. Some of you, like this car, on paint, sort of plain clean paint. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick comparison on this sort of section here. Okay, we've used a quick ceramic detailing spray. All right, just that bit there. I'm going to have a look at the difference as to how quickly or how effective the blower is expelling that water, because clearly we need to look at where this fits in. Okay, is this a product for someone just a Joe Public with a daily runner, or is this really tailored towards more professional high-end detailers where they're going to be machine polishing, ceramic coating and all the car as well? So I think it's a useful comparison to do. So that section there, a quick ceramic detailing spray. This section, nothing. I'll just keep the video running with audio, so you'll also get an idea as to how noisy the blow dryer is. So first thing we'll do, we'll just wet both sides. And clearly see the difference already between a coated or a detail sprayed side and sort of sticky paint. We'll turn it on and we'll have a look. So that's the sticky paint side. That's the ceramic coated side, a lot quicker. Thank you. Right, Groupsters, the summary. What are the Car Boutique's thoughts on this? So, first of all, it goes without saying that a contactless drying process is safer than a contact drying process. Okay, you are physically just blowing water over a clean car. Okay, so from that point of view, I think it's a given that it is safer. Okay, in terms of the build quality of this, it's a robust bit of kit. The hose, the 8-meter hose, I didn't have to move it around once. 5-meter power cord, good adjustment from quite low, okay, to quite powerful. And in terms of noise, it's noisy, but I think if you're using it, would you be annoying your neighbour? Probably not. I have used the smaller handheld ones before, and they seem to be a lot noisier. And clearly, the higher the power, the noisier it gets. The heating and the sort of heat filtered air, okay, is quite warm. And indeed, if you hold it on the paint, it does definitely evaporate off the smaller sort of beads of water, which is good. In terms of build quality, can't critique it. In terms of performance, and would I use it again? Right, okay, so I deliberately deconned the paint on the Cougar just to make sure that its performance wasn't getting influenced by hydrophobic coatings and sealants and all that kind of stuff. So it's basically quite sticky paint. When I first started using this, I was disappointed. I turned it up to the full power, and it just didn't seem to be expelling the water. I've seen quite a few videos on YouTube, and it's just flying off, and it's a miracle product. So I was quite disappointed, and indeed, when we did the comparison between the hand drying with the detailing spray, which I think was about 6.5 minutes, this was twice that, and even then, there was a few bits left on. Okay, so it took a lot longer. So I'm thinking, okay, am I impressed with this? Then I got thinking, how could we facilitate that? So you saw the comparison where I put a ceramic infused detailing spray on one side, and using this, the water flew off. So it suggests to me that a lot of the videos you're seeing on the internet, the cars have been either ceramic coated or using a sealant or a very hydrophobic wax, okay, to make this look or make this perform visually more spectacularly, and indeed it did. So in terms of summary, am I going to be using it? I will be using it on cars that aren't coated. It was very, very good. Car just going past really, really quickly. It was very, very good at sort of forcing the air out grills, door shuts, trim, the seals round light clusters, and arguably it'd be very good. And this is predominantly where I'm going to use it in sort of drying engines after I've done an engine clean. Okay, so those more sort of bespoke sort of specific tasks on a non-coated car, I will definitely be using this. Would I be using this to dry the car in full to replace a sort of detailing spray and a towel, albeit safer? No, okay, because it's just laborious and it takes too long. All right. Saying that, in terms of drying a full car, my personal opinion on this, for the average Joe off the high street who maybe isn't into his car detailing, he's not on top of his coatings, his waxing, and so his paint isn't hydrophobic, I would argue this potentially is going to be of limited value. It's good for blowing out certain parts, okay, but if the mindset is this is going to replace your drying process because it is safer, I would argue that you're going to be a bit disappointed in terms of the time it takes. And indeed, when I use this, because it took so long, I was getting water streaks and water spots because it took so long to dry, and I wouldn't be getting that from using the drying towel, which was a lot quicker. I had to go back over it with Koch Chemie FSC and a drying towel to get rid of the water marks, defeating the object as to why you would use this to replace the drying process in the first place. In terms of a keen enthusiast or a professional detailer, yes. If you spent hours doing multi-stage machine polishing and then you ceramic coated it or using a high quality sealant or some kind of hydrophobic sort of last stage protection, this is an absolute winner, and I can definitely see value in that. Okay, that panel on the bonnet that we put some detailing spray on that was infused with a ceramic, it just flew off. It was an absolutely brilliant piece of kit. It literally just cleared all the water away. Okay, so that is when I would be using this to replace the full drying process of replacing the towel and the detailing spray. So it's a bit of a recommendation, endorsement with a caveat of caution really. It has specific purpose, if your car isn't sort of coated. Okay, but if it's coated and you are a keen enthusiast and you want to keep your drying process as safe as possible, it definitely is a winner. And I can see this replacing full drying process if your car is hydrophobic in any way, shape or form, because it accelerates the performance. All right, with that air, it just blows it off. With a dead paint like this Cougar, and you could see it was quite sticky paint, it almost didn't do anything, and it was more evaporating the water rather than forcing it off. Okay, so that's why I thought to myself, right, what's going on here? Let's apply a bit of ceramic on a panel, and the difference was amazing. So I hope you get sort of where I'm coming from. All right, so I will be using this, especially if I'm detailing to a high level some cars. I will be using this because it's safer. But in terms of on your daily runner where there's no wax on it or anything like that, would I be getting this out? Probably not. Just stick to metal. All right, so that's an open, honest evaluation of this blower. It is a very robust, well-built bit of kit. In my opinion, it has niche sort of value in terms of where I'm coming from. Ceramic coated cars, hydrophobic coated cars, yes, 100% replace the whole process. Dead paint, sticky paint, not protected. Will I get it out? Probably not. Okay, and that's as fair as I can as I can be. So, if you've used this or the RS or any other models, please feel free to comment. There is a technique associated with this. You sort of get a feel for it. Okay, because last time I was chasing water around the place. All right, so there is a bit of technique involved there as well. And like I say, independent, unbiased view on a product that, in my opinion, has value, has a use in certain specific situations. So we look forward to doing some more reviews. Take care and post your comments below.